We want to alert you tonight to some shady mortgage tactics out there. Our next guest says there are crooks who are impersonating government agencies and using bait and switch tactics, that is, on mortgage rates. So how can you make sure you're getting a good deal instead of getting duped? We're asking Clark Howard, the consumer expert and host of the nationally syndicated Clark Howard Show. Clark, welcome back. So good to see you.
Thank you.
So there was a big debate in our offices today about whether these are legitimate lenders who are simply not living up to the kinds of advertising and promotional standards they should, or whether they're just bad guys impersonating the government, trying to get business that they have no intention of handling fairly.
So I use the term shady for people like this. I bridge the difference in the debate among your crew because, yes, they may originate a loan for you. Are they doing what they promise when they solicit? No way. And there are certain warning signs that you got to be so aware of when you're shopping for a mortgage. Number one, I'm getting a lot of mailers at my home, and there have been a number of actions recently against lenders who use federal logos on their loan solicitations. So they're cleverly worded that make you think they're from the FHA or they're from the VA or some kind of official government communication to you. That's an automatic tip-off that somebody's playing a game. But the bigger hassle I'm really worried about is when a lender makes a deal, offers a deal to you, either by mail or on a website, they solicit you in with a great rate, and then somehow when you go to try to get that rate, it's never there.
Well,
and it's all about trying to get you to call.
Any homeowner can relate really to both of those situations.
Sure.
And I've got to tell you, this issue with the letterhead, VA, FHA, so often what happens is they say you can be part of a program that the federal government is offering that will help you save money on your mortgage loan, when in fact, maybe the program never exists. I mean, there's some of those. So look, you got to make sure you're dealing with somebody who's reputable out there. And if you see this logo on a lender's, letter, a solicitation, a promotion, don't pay attention to it, because the likelihood is that these guys are no good. Okay, they shouldn't be doing that. So, they know that. People have been fined for doing that.
So here's the real problem in the mortgage market. You got the shady characters, but even when you're dealing mainstream, most people only get a quote from one lender, whether they're doing a refi or they're buying a home. They never shop around. People will shop store after store to get a TV. They'll shop store after store trying to pick out the new cell phone. This is a mortgage, the number one expense you'll have in your life. So to stick with just one quote from one lender,
it's crazy.
I know it's,
and we're talking
I know it's annoying
how much are we talking here? Tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime, maybe more, because you end up paying so much in interest fees over the course of a mortgage loan that if you can reduce that just a little bit, it's a win-win for everybody, right?
Well, except for the lender who hoped to sell you a more expensive loan. And what I love is if you get multiple loan quotes, then you can put one lender in competition with another. Let's say one just feels like that's who you want to work with, but their rate is higher or their cost to close the loan are higher, and you have a lower quote or bona fide one from someone else. Go to the people you think you'd like to work with, tell them what you found. You'd be surprised how often they'll match it or maybe even beat it a little bit.
And we've got, of course, the Goodwill estimate out there. They're supposed to tell you up front, give you pretty on-target estimate of what it's going to cost to close those loans. So be sure to get that too, right?
Exactly. Yeah, but you get your good faith estimate. But the most important thing is, are you just competing with yourself? Did you just call the one person your real estate agent told you to call? Or whoever wrote your last loan? If you don't shop around, it doesn't matter what disclosure they give you. You're leaving big money on the table.
All right, Clark Howard here to save you money and doing a good job at it. Clark, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.